something that was very special and meaningful for me, so I hope that that touched you as well. Just a couple quick things about the wind ensemble this past semester.
Oh, hello. There we go. All I could literally think was, oh my god, I have to read all the senior bios without a microphone. I'm gonna like pass out. Thank you, Jaden, for goodness sake, thank you. Okay, so just a couple quick things about the wind ensemble. It was a really, really great semester for us. Really, really proud. We went to the UIL concert sight reading contest, and they played absolutely fabulously. The literature that they are playing is advanced college to professional level literature. And the comments that we got on the judges' sheets were absolutely humbling, what they feel that your kiddos are doing up here. And it's the reality. I told them the day that we got back, sometimes you get caught up in the monotony of trying to make everything perfect all the time, and all that you end up hearing is what's wrong constantly. And for you guys sitting out there and for the judges sitting in the back hearing it for the first time, all that you hear is everything that's right. So like that was so nice to read the comments, and I made sure that I shared all of that with them because they worked super hard. They got straight ones from all of the judges on stage, and they got straight ones from all of the judges in the sight reading room. So can we congratulate them? And since we're only playing 2 pieces on our portion of the program before we go to our senior recognitions, I do just have a couple quick thank yous that I'd like to give before we play our final piece of the evening. I certainly want to thank Dr. Darrell Brown, our Superintendent of Schools for BISD, Mr. Danny Dietrich, our Director of Fine Arts, our Principal, Jason Wells, and all of the administrators here at Birdville High School. Without your support, none of this would be possible. And I'm not sure if he made it tonight, but our Associate Superintendent, Skip Baskerville. Oh, thank you, Skip. It means the world that you're here tonight. He saw us last night at Soups for Scholarships and had such nice words and kind things to say about us, and I told him that our concert was tonight, and again, it means the world that you're here. Can we thank... Again, BISD is a really special place to teach, especially if you're a fine arts teacher. This does not happen everywhere, so thank you guys. I'd like to thank our boosters. Again, none of this would happen if it wasn't for all of your time raising money for the kids, being able to help them do the things that they need to do, help pay for private lessons, all of that. Parents, I'd like to thank you for all of the countless hours of bringing the kids up to rehearsals and sectionals. Again, if you're a senior parent that's sitting out there tonight, the commitment that you've made to your student learning, again, speaks volumes about your character. From those early first notes of beginner year where you're like, oh my God, what did I get myself into, to getting to sit and enjoy a concert like this, again, that's a lot of your hard work and effort and commitment, so thank you guys as well. The last thank you from me is I have an amazing team that I work with on a daily basis. I'd like to thank Mr. Jeremy Hackworth, Ms. Sarah Chang, and Mr. Figueredo. It's so nice to be able to come to work, and it feels like you're hanging out with some of your best friends all day long. That's really special, so thank you guys. And we also have a very wonderful team at our middle schools. I'd like to thank directors from Richland Middle School, Mr. Anthony Rivera and Mr. Carl Kraus, and from Smithfield Middle School, Mr. Joshua Schechter and Ms. Catherine Morris. All right, so and I know that you are not here to listen to me talk, so we're going to play our final piece on our portion of the program for you tonight. This is a piece that's entitled Slalom by Carter Pan, just to give you a little bit of backstory about what the piece is, because I'd like you to visualize what he was hearing when he wrote it. The piece was actually written when he was skiing in Steamboat, Colorado. So as he was riding the lift up, he has his earbuds in and he's listening to his iPod to Beethoven's Fourth Symphony. So you're going to hear a quote right at the very beginning of the piece, which is him riding the lift up and he's hearing Beethoven. And then as he gets off the ski lift, The piece is literally about his ride down the hill. So you're going to hear things, portions of the piece are called jumps, and they have all the different kinds of ski jumps that skiers would do. There's a portion called A Scent of Pine. So there's some really creative things that he puts in the piece that I think you're absolutely going to hear conveyed as a skier is frantically trying to get down the mountain. Halfway through the piece, he rides the lift back up, and then you're going to hear Beethoven's quote one more time, and that's called the second run down. And then from there, you'll hear it build and build and build, and finally you'll just hear it slow down at the very end, and you'll hear the skier slide through the snow and stop at the end of the piece. It's really cool. I hope that you enjoy it, and this is absolutely a professional level piece of music. It's extremely challenging, and by far the most challenging thing we've ever played since I've been at Birdville. So we hope you enjoy. This is called Carter Pan's Slalom.
I did want to tell you about the piece. It is exactly 10 minutes and 30 seconds long. That's the time that it took him to ski from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the mountain. So I thought that was pretty neat too. So, and sit back, and this is nothing slow. There's no stops or anything. It's literally fast and furious for 10 minutes. We hope you enjoy.